It's Healing Conversations, and it's time to tap into your mental space with me, Ntabise Ngwepe. Tonight, I've got a special treat for you. This guest is on another level. She's so outspoken, and what I love about her is her ability to protect her mental space. You know her as the reality television star from Real Housewives of Johannesburg. She's my girl from Seshego, Limpopo. That's my home province. And she has taken television by storm. She's also a radio broadcaster for many, many years, who has just been nominated for a first award by the Basadi in Music Awards. My guest this evening is Lethabo, LeJoy, Mathatho.
Oh, wow. It's so good to be here.
Having followed your work,
Yeah.
and having followed you personally, I sort of feel that I'm speaking about someone who's accomplished so much. Not only for you, but for the girl child.
Thank you firstly for having me. And you know how much you inspire me. So, but when you are on my platforms, I always tell you that. So today, let me respect your platform and not talk much about you. So, I think you are very right when you say I've accomplished more than I could have dreamt of. I think God was on my side, but I love the fact that I have tasted the bitter as well.
Yes.
And that's why I'm able to own up to the good that God has done, because I know how it's like to have thousands of no's and get that one final yes.
Yes.
So I've been through many journeys in everything that you've been like, she did this, she did that. I know how difficult it is to get them. So my purpose really is just to make sure that the next generation doesn't struggle as much as I did. So it's just that simple. I'm trying to say, if I got thousands of no's, can you at least get 5?
I see that in how you groom girl children. You're very intentional. You're very robust. You take them on a journey of confidence for themselves,
Yeah.
not only within, but also on the exterior. Let's talk about the work that your foundation does.
Whoa, my foundation, LeJoy Foundation, is basically, it started crazy because at first it wasn't registered. So I just started as a normal person who's just saying, I want to extend help. I remember back in the days when I was starting, I would even take my last money and I will just buy veggies and take them to the nearest orphanage to say they need to eat, you know, kind of a thing, you know. But I always believed that if you give, you are healing yourself. There's so much doors that you are unlocking without even you knowing that you're unlocking them. So for me, it was always to say, the 2 rands I have, if I can share it with someone else, it's better, because I know how it's like not to have. Yeah, so I come from a point where I know what it means not to have. So for me, when I have that little, it's okay to share. It's not like, even if it's the last, we can share it. Tomorrow, there's going to be something tomorrow. I pray to God that gives us a daily bread. So I don't say to say it's going to be. No, I know that every day comes with a new mercy.
And that just, it's testament to how God has catapulted you. You're reaching such new heights, that an ordinary child, I'm from Limpopo myself.
Yeah.
And I know when a girl from Seshego looks up and says, I want to go there, and looks at Lethabo, I know what that really means. Growing up in the township, what does the township represent to you?
Townships makes you strong, man. And what I love about the townships is the choices you make.
Yeah.
There's everything everywhere in every corner. Which corner do you decide to be at? Yeah. There's a corner where girls will be like, they've given up, just want to sit home, make babies. There's a corner where people are like, I want to make it. There's a corner where girls are like, I just want a man to do it for me. There's a corner. So that's the township for you. And for boys, there's a corner for drugs. There's a corner for this and that. Are we going to steal cars? There's a corner for everything in the township. You decide which corner you want.
And you've decided that poverty is not your portion.
Oh, hell no.
Out of the township, you said no.
And it was a very simple decision. It was, I grew up I think I'm glad that I have such a strong mother who was like, to me, everything is possible. So in every little thing that I will do, whether I would perform in the house, she would always say, you did so well. So the confidence of me having to achieve everything was never in doubt. Even though I knew that there'll be struggles, because it's always like that. And this is how I heal myself every time I see a stumbling block. I say every great man has a story. Yeah. So this is my story to tell. So I'm going to go through this. I can't wait to share when everything is good. So that's how I heal myself every time. To say, oh, you know what the Bible say? Even though I walk through, He will be with me. So meaning there will be those moments. So I always see them like that. Oh, damn, this is another phase of me going through that. Okay, let's go. Then we wait for the testimony. So that's how I do it. Like, I will not starve. Even my WhatsApp status, if everyone has seen it, is like, if you settle for crumbs, you'll forever be starving. I saw it just this morning. Yeah, you'll forever be starving. It's been there, I don't know how many years since I've had a WhatsApp. So I'm basically saying, you choose. Regardless of how bad, how difficult, but you are the one who chooses. Yeah.
Tell me about the perception of success. I'm looking at you, you're looking so beautiful.
I think people mustn't confuse the two. Success is not material. Because if we were to take success and put it as material, then we are in danger, because there'll always be someone who's more richer than you. That's why the numbers, when you check in the world, the most richest, they change from time to time. If you check the most rich people in Africa, they change from time to time. So if you were to put success as material, then you are in trouble. I put success as to achieving your purpose. So until you understand what your purpose is in life and you achieve it, you are not successful. But once you realize and understand what your purpose is and walk through it, when you achieve it, then you are successful. Because I will have these boots tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't want them. You were competing to have them because you thought that is success. But tomorrow for me, I don't want them anymore. So how are you ever going to reach that kind of a success?
Catching up.
Yeah, catching up. There's always a new car. I can't put my success on a car I drive. That's a problem. Those are just material things that we enjoy. I will always have a new dress to put on that I like. That's just basically taking care of myself and the way I want to look. It's fine. But success is just basically about the purpose. If I understand the real reason why I'm on this world and why I am breathing every day, and I achieve that, that is success.
And here I am watching you, and I'm thinking, one of the greatest setbacks for you that you've been very vocal about is black tax.
Yeah. You know, what's interesting about this, I don't think I really realized that it was black tax. Yeah. You know, I grew up in a family with a mother that was like very strong and doing things and very intentional about making sure that I get the best education. I achieve what I want to achieve. So for me, it was loving back, loving my mom. I started working at the age of 21, radio space, basically reaching my dream at that time. And all I wanted to do was make sure that the family gets it, you know, and get to enjoy what I have. So it's only when COVID hit, when I'm starting to lose so much business-wise, then I realized, oh, the word black tax does exist. Yeah. Because now you can't give them what you used to give. And unfortunately, it takes time for our parents or for whoever that you are helping to understand and grasp it immediately, because they're used to. You know, when you are used to knowing that this is my source, this is what's happening, it takes time to go back. And I think what happened to me, it was now it was difficult for me to say, I know I'm a superhero, but I don't have a cape now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
you've always been the source.
I've always been the source. I've always been the strong girl. I don't remember a time where I'm weak and everybody has to come and you know, want to do it and like I be the one crying. I don't like a pity party. So I've always been the stronger one. I've always been the one who with solutions. I always come up and say, we can do this, I can do that. So now when I went through that moment, I wanted someone to cover me. But they are not used to, they don't know that side of me.
Yes.
So it can't happen overnight. So it took It took a long time. Even now, we're still going through that, where people need to understand the state of what is happening and how do we now respond to it. And which, like I'm saying, it can't happen overnight. Because now, for many years, you are this person. So how do you not be? And now, I'm one person who says you should never, ever look like your problems.
Yes.
So I will forever shine and look bright and beautiful, no matter what could be happening. And believe in people commit suicide through certain things I've been in myself. But trust you me, I've never had that thought in my entire life of ending it all. I'm always curious about the next day. And my issue is, I don't know what if tomorrow is the day Moke Popak. What if tomorrow is that day? What if tomorrow is that day I sign that big deal?
I can't give up now.
Yeah, like, Lethabo, no. You know, but also, I come from nothing. So I've built everything myself. So I'm always saying, I can lose them, but I won't lose me because I know how to build them. Those things, all of them, I made them with my own hands. So if I did, I can come back and get them.
You came out, the newspapers just recently
City
reported
Press.
on how Lethabo has admitted to facing difficulties and how she acknowledged her fall. Have you fallen?
I don't, can I tell you one, let me take the word they used. Oh, did they use fall? I didn't read the article. I just did the interview. I didn't read it yet. Thank you for saying that. But if that's the word they used, let me own it.
I just paraphrased.
No. If they used it, let me dwell on it. If they used it, it's fine. They must know that I fell very hard, and everything that hits hard, it means it has power to bounce back.
Yes.
So the very same magnitude that I've hit hard with is the magnitude that I'll come back with. So I'm in the process of doing that, and I'm scared, and I can't tell now what big is going to do. But what I love is that the minute you become honest, people relate. I don't know how many business people have reached out to me yet to say, let's talk, what's going on after that article in particular. And it's such a beautiful thing that I'm being connected to people that know what business is.
Tell me about the power and the cost of saying no.
I always say no comes first, always in my mind, than a yes. When I decide on things, I always look at the no.
Okay.
And that gives me power to know how much I want it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unpack that for me.
When I believe that I can do something and I dreamt it, not everybody believes in it. Not everybody can see the dream. Not everybody can see the dream.
Yes.
Now, the minute the first person says no, it's
That
me to
fuels
fight.
the
Yes. For me, it fuels it. It like,
Yeah. Well,
then I go back to the drawing board. I see, I'll check it. Yeah. How do we do it best? How do I? Go to the second person. The second person says, the second person might not say no, but they might tell you things that, and I always say in the no, listen carefully. Listen very carefully. You might pick up something that is leading you to your yes.
There's a perception that you being here, money defines you. You know, many of us, we walk around very pompous.
Yeah.
You know, very boisterous, very prideful.
Yeah.
Because of what we have seemingly achieved.
Yeah.
You know, being on TV every day, being on radio every day. Some people look at you and they assume that kitchen every minute, kitchen every minute, kitchen, and no arguments. Yes, you're doing this for the money.
Yeah. I'm doing what I love, and good enough, it's bringing me money. Is that good?
Yes, but should it define who you are?
It doesn't really, but somehow money does speak.
Yeah.
Let's not shy away from money. I love money. I'm happier with money. I even if I'm not using it, I just want it around.
Oh, you want the fat back balance.
Yeah, it's good. It's some vitamin that you'll never describe. It's important to have money. And what I love about money, it gives you options. I always say when you have money, you choose a man. You don't need a man. So there's a difference. When you don't have it, you'll say Ereke Joleli, or in order for him to buy me this and this and this. But those are the things, the teachings I do with my making models with LeJoy, the young girls that I'm teaching, to say, don't say you hate money. You need money to achieve and get things that you want. And that's how life is. We can't say don't want a house. But if you really dream of having a house, it needs money. You need money. We need to teach our young girls to make money for themselves, and that's what I do. And does it make me? Does it define me? If it did define me, I wouldn't be here today. I would be dead, because I lost a lot of it, right? But I lost it, and I said, I'm going to make it back. I'm not saying it defines who I am, but it makes my world happier. So if someone wants to say money defines me, it's a yes and a no. But I know that
you know the substance of who you are.
Yeah, I've been poor, I've been rich. Rich is better.
Oh my. One thing that I've come to know personally about you, you're very guarded. You guard your space.
Too much.
So intentional about who you let in.
How do you know that?
And who you give access to you. I do know that about you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're very right. And I think it's a problem that I'm experiencing from the show, Real Housewives of Johannesburg. I meet new people every time, and they think I have a wall. And which is very true. I am very particular with my space, simply because I'm one person. If you are my friend and you are really, really my friend, like a close friend of mine, I let out everything. I don't want to be with people and guard what is happening. I don't want to be picking up the phone and going outside when I'm with the trusted people. You know, I'm one person that I will make my space as small as possible for my mental health, like you can't just be everywhere and think all spirits are going to connect with you. You need to know your space. You need to know who you are. And because of the aura I have, I'm very intimidating. I am very vocal.
Yeah.
I'm very brave. So a lot of people already, before they come, they've already judged me from that.
They come with an attitude.
Already. So it makes it very difficult for them to understand that, no, there are certain people that just takes time to gel with people. And that's exactly what was happening on the show, to say, give me time. Get to know who I am.
Yeah.
Don't make me to be who you want me to be. Let me warm up to you. Let me have a one-on-one with you. Let me get to know you. See how comfortable I can get, how far we can go together. But in 2 weeks, you're already saying, I'm guarded. Sweetheart, we just met. Not even my family knows certain things. Chill. Relax. Why are you so eager to know? You know, so I'm one person. Even if I come in contact with you, I will let you be free. I want to be told things because you want to.
Because I
trust you. I'm creating a safe space for you to feel that. You know, we don't just go around feeling like people need to know everything. No, be with people that want what's best for you. And that's why I always say, even the friends that you have, when you tell them good news, take a moment and see how they celebrate.
Oh yes.
Take a moment and see how they react. Take a moment and see what's going on, because it's not everyone who's in your life who really wants what's good for you. Even in your family, sweetheart, you know, it's not always. So you need to know that this is my space and this is who I want to be and this is what. And with someone with so many dreams, I've got dreams that don't even make sense to me. So I need to guard my thinking. I need to guard how my prayers go and who am I surrounded by. And if I'm telling this person, what is the first thing that they will do with that dream that I told them? So you can't want 20 people around you, but when you're in trouble, you can only call one.
Profound.
Yeah.
Let me ask this question. How do you keep yourself mentally grounded? I'm saying this because we've had a conversation the other day and we spoke a little bit about the traumas.
Yeah.
And you know, when we parted, you said, we need a safe space because I've been through things that would kill many people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you make sure? Like, I'm here tomorrow, I'm here today. How do you rise up from that thing that goes,
it's firstly admitting that it did. Yeah, I don't shy away from what's happening. Always, my pillows, if they could talk, I'm sure they will tell stories, because I'm not shy to cry over what I'm faced with. But also, I understand that you cry for that for a little while. We don't cry to now swap. I always say, when you are in the fire, why do you stop in the fire? Do you want to die in that fire? Keep moving so that you can get out of it. At the end of that fire, there's light, there's water, there's what. So if you are walking through a passage and there's the fire part, why do you stop? So continue walking. If it means you have to crawl. But at the end of the passage, the chances are there's water.
Yes.
So I live by that. What I do is I do cry. I sit and I cry myself to sleep. I meditate. I pray a lot. I dwell on the word. I come from a church, so when you have a headache, they'll tell you pray. So
and I don't want to lie to you. Ne? You don't look like you can go to scripture.
I can preach.
I tell you.
No. I get invited to churches to go speak. And there's a difference between going to speak at an event and going to speak at church. So I preach. I used to sing at church. Yes, I grew up singing. Sunday school, I know scriptures back and forth. I'm not lying. I'm like that girl. In church, they invite me, I speak. Trust you me, the whole week I'll be on prayer so that I deliver what the heavens wants me to deliver. I don't believe, and that's why I always tell people, when you call me, regardless of where we at, I am giving life.
Yeah,
there is
you
no way
live.
I take a microphone, even on radio, every time. Everything I do, because I believe my purpose is to speak and save people by speaking. I always even tell God that even when I'm not speaking in a platform that is Christian-like, but can I leave someone feeling alive?
What has been some of the greatest lessons you have learned in your life?
Whew! This is crazy because I've went through different stages. We need another session for that. But basically, it's knowing that I actually have the power in my mouth for life and death.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I've realized that giving up, it's also in the mind and in your tongue. And I've known that getting up, it's also in the mind and in your tongue.
One profound thing that you always say, not doing something is also a choice. It's also an action.
Oh, yes, that. Even if you are talking to someone and they go silent, they've answered you, my love. So I'm very particular when it comes to that. So you deciding that, trust you me, that is a decision on its own.
As we wrap up this conversation, there's someone going through difficulties right now.
Yeah.
Suicidal people, you know that I've struggled with suicide in my life.
Yeah.
And there's someone who's sitting there and watching you and I and saying, you don't seem like you've got problems. You don't know what I'm going through.
Yeah.
What would be your words?
I think mostly it's not looking at people and saying they don't have problems. We've seen people that we thought they have their highest bank accounts kill themselves. People that were smiling every day in our faces and they killed themselves. So I want you to stop looking at people. They are not your mirror. We look at people for inspiration. We don't look at people to become them. Decide that there is no way that you are on this earth with so many people that have died through COVID, where they didn't have choice. They didn't want to die, and God saved you. There should be a reason. There should be a reason. Cry to find that reason. Not to want to end. Cry why people with so much money, millionaires died through COVID. They could have bought health, they couldn't. They could have bought doctors from all over the world. They couldn't. And God decided, why? Be curious about that why. Dwell in that why. Live, manifest, testify about that why, even though the testimonies are not alive yet. You know, that's another thing that makes me look crazy. I'm celebrating my future now. Now I'm celebrating things that I think I have and I don't have it now. That's how I live. So
Faith,
yeah,
faith.
I'm driven by faith. I believe so much in what is coming before it is there. So there is no way. Like when you're standing in a queue of taking out money, ATM you are at, and the queue is long. But the reality is, if you know that you are gonna get to the ATM and punch that pin, something is gonna come out.
Yeah.
Did you get that? So you will wait.
Patiently so.
You will wait.
Yeah.
If that is the money you want and there is no other place for you to move at this point, so wait in that queue. Wait in that queue. And wait. Remember what I love about the scripture. It says, they that wait upon the Lord, I will renew their strength. Now, remember, we don't renew a strength to someone who's not tired. So waiting is not easy. You will get tired. It gets shaky. It's not nice. But you will renew the strength until the waiting is over. So just wait. If you are there and you feel like this is the end, sweetheart, if it was the end, you would have gone a long time ago. God knows it's not the end. Trust and believe that the reason you are alive is because God knows it's not the end. So now your mission should be finding out that reason why you're still there, and try to make sure that you live in that purpose of you knowing and finding out why you're still alive.
And on that note, I'm so mesmerized by you. I'm so in awe of the sense of self that you have, the knowledge and the strength that is in you. Just wrap up the show for me.
Thank you. Okay, and that was the Healing Conversations with Nthabiseng Mwepe tonight, and I am your girl, Lethabo, LeJoy Mathatho. Until we meet next week, Tuesday. It's a wrap.
Get yourself a copy of our latest books, The Mending of a Broken Vessel and Maintaining Your Joy, a journal for daily positive living. Visit a bookstore near you.